Today on Zielonka, we're finishing off the crops with an application of fertilizer, and with this done, we'll have some time to do some harvesting contracts too. Can we complete more than we did the last time? Let's get farming. So I had originally hoped to skip this day and that we were going to be able to go straight on to the harvest and get into the potatoes. But with all that rain we had at the end of last time, it just wasn't feasible. So we are going to make lemonade out of the lemons and actually get some harvesting contracts done today. There are several kicking about. We'll pick them up a little bit later. First, we do need to get these potatoes and all of our other crops actually fully done. We want to turn on the crop center, so we'll get that turned on. And yeah, we want to be a long way over. What I want to do here actually, I think, is we will set up an A+ direction. We'll set A plus heading, and we'll set A to 90. So we'll set that. And then, we also want to turn the lines on so we can tell where we are. So show lines as well. And then we want to automatically set the width. And then we'll bring this line over. So the right-hand line over, get everything lined up and into position. That way, we're pretty well starting off exactly where we want to. We just need to reverse ourselves over onto here. Now, of course, normally in real life, you would have these lines and everything showing in your cab. So I don't mind using them for that reason. Let's get the lines off, and then we can head into the field. And we know now that we are going to have the coverage we want. And I'm hoping we're not going to be too hard on the fertilizer here, but of course we are doing the full whack of fertilizer straight off. Coming up to the end of the row, and we've used only 7% actually. I was expecting that to be much worse than we actually have ended up using. So we might have quite a bit of leftover fertilizer off this field. Let's line ourselves back up on this side, bring ourselves into the crop, about there-ish, perfect. Turn everything on, and away we go. And yeah, we were doing 140 liters all the way down the other side. This side we are doing 160 now. So I think actually that is due to the fact that we're going through loam here. I think we are a little bit shy of the edge of the field. Yeah, we absolutely are. So it hasn't quite reached, and we are leaving a slightly unsprayed area down the edge. I think we're going to have to come back along there and just see if we can get that included as well. So when we get to the end here, I'm going to stop everything there. I'm going to change the application width. So we should be able to do that with Control Z. We'll take it right in. We're just doing 4 meters, and we're going to have to reverse up in order to actually get round without hitting that post. And even then, I'm a little bit iffy about it. Oh no. Yeah, so if we go right up to the edge of the field, we're fine. And then into here, we'll come in just on the edge. We'll start the sprayer up, and it's only spraying in this last area at the edge here, and does seem to be dealing with that little bit that we've missed. Something interesting that's happening is it's spraying on the outer edge. It doesn't seem to be actually applying any fertilizer, and it's just applying it in the area where I've limited my width to. But the spraying animation is still kicking out on the edge. It is having zero effect on that field. Just a really weird thing for it to be doing. to be displaying that and yet having no effect to it. I thought for a moment that I'd got it slightly wrong, but it seems to be okay, and we can go and do those fields separately. Now, I would start working my way back at this point, except we have the east-west setup done. We will put the lines back on so that we can move them to the right place. And I want to keep that going without having to rework it all. And we'll bring this down here. Keep ourselves within our lines. Yeah, about there-ish. We want to send it back slightly. Right, and then we can bring this here. Make sure we're going the right direction. Set ourselves off on it, and it should take the sharp turn into the crop. Turn it on, and we start spraying full width again. And this time, wow, we were doing 170 then for these parsnips. Now we've dropped back to 160, but they definitely take more fertilizer, these parsnips, on silty clay than the potatoes do. This is using a lot less fertilizer than I was expecting. We really didn't need both pallets that we bought of this. It will last a while, and we'll be able to go and work it later. I need to get up as far as I can. I'm a little bit into my other field, but we're all right. Right, and then we need to do a really sharp turn out of this field. We can get ourselves positioned on the next bit. Yeah, into here. And we've got the sprayer on, so that will catch these bits. And actually, it did catch our other field. But that's all right. That we will be getting back to in a bit. And we got our edge sections at the moment turned off because, of course, we're overlapping with the road. And that is our first two fields done. I really wasn't kidding when I said I don't think this is going to take us very long. We are easily going to have this done by probably 10:30 at the latest. That gives us a lot of day to go back and get some contracts done. I believe that you can't turn out the back of or the end of this field without that being an issue. Let's fold that in. There we go. And then we're clear of those. And we can head down. And we're going to go and do the other fields north-south. So we'll reset our GPS. Now, if we start at this top end, I think we can avoid the posts at the far end. Get ourselves set up in the actual line. I think we can go a little bit further over. So we'll back this back out. And we'll head over to here and go down this rows, I think. So set and 0. We're good. And away we go, spraying our crops. And I think we're reaching the edge. Oh, we're not quite. I'm probably a row over, which is a little bit annoying. We are doing 180 kilograms per hectare here, which is just a little bit crazy. Gonna have to come out a little bit before the end of the row. Turn it in. Yeah, realism wise, I would like to stay in the rows, but the pure nature of this field means that I do have to do a little bit of turning around the headlands. You know what? I think we might actually be finished by 10 o'clock. It's only 20 to 10 now. I'm moving on to the last field. Oh, I avoided it. Fantastic. We're straight into the field. And then down to the bottom, and we're pretty much there. We are at 47%, so we have ended up using quite a bit, especially on these last fields. There's quite a bit of extra amount that we need to spray. I'm just gonna reverse this up here, see if we can get that red patch with this. Don't think it's gonna play ball with. No, we'll be fine. Just spin this around here a bit, if we can get that patch and go up the middle here. Otherwise, yeah, that's looking pretty good. I think we've got a nice, good coverage on this field. We'll take this back to the farm and we will go and see if we can make some money with some contracts. And with the time being just after 10:30, we're ready to take on some contracts. So let's see what's available. Now, a few people said last time that I should have taken bigger equipment and we'd have got further. And yeah, I agree to an extent. The downside to taking bigger equipment is for build something like here, if we'd taken this contract, it's only £88 versus the bigger equipment here where it's 425. However, we can easily offset that by doing more contracts. So we are going to borrow the items for this contract here on field 57. And then I'm going to take the field 59 contract, which is basically the same equipment except for the Vultra rather than the JCB. So we will accept that field 59 contract. And then the next highest paying one, I think might be this one here on field 91. 2,888. Yeah, seems to be the biggest. Let's just have a quick look and turn the details on. Yeah, 3,813 is that one, and there's nothing else that comes close. So we will borrow the oh no, we will accept the contract and not borrow the equipment for that as well. So we have 3 decent contracts on here. We're looking at about 13,000, 40. No, we're looking at about, yeah, maybe 13,000 off this. So that's really good. There are some really high paying contracts kicking around here. Otherwise, we've got this field 89 fertilizing, which we could have gone and used our extra fertilizer up on. And I'm not actually too worried about, we could go and do that, but first I want to go and grab these. So we'll start on the furthest away contract, which is going to be up on field 91. The other disadvantage we've got from taking bigger contracts as well is the fact that driving this thing around the map becomes a lot less easy than our smaller combine that we had last time. We might actually have to take the header off the combine. Oh, let's not unfold that. We might have to take the header off the combine to transport it around the map, although not as big a header as I thought it might be. Connect that up and lift it. Just want to have a quick look at where we're harvesting. 91. 91 is that one over there. Kind of out of the way, but we could nip across the road through our farm and make it over there without taking the header off. So that actually might be quite good. The other ones are 57, which is there. We might be able to nip across the road, or certainly we can nip across the road down here and get to that. And then 59 right down the bottom there is good as well. There's a few other fields kicking around. So, yeah, let's go and get that. We could do 91 and then come back and grab 87, 85, 84. There are lots of fields we can go and grab with this. Let's get moving in this combine. We can go straight across the road here. Yeah, I'm going to avoid putting this header on a header trailer if I can possibly do that. It will make everything run faster. And given the size of our trailer here, I think we can probably get away with not using Courseplay or a hired worker on this. We might get all of these fields in one trailer, and that would be absolutely perfect. Save us a bit of money without costing us any extra time. Would be absolutely fantastic. So let's bring that around here and line this up. And oh, I've just noticed something that you guys might know, that the billboards around farm sim maps, especially the base game ones, those are all they can be changed. And yeah, this is hugely important. If you have yet to see the announcement, we are going to be at Llama in January. Giant Software is going to be there, the FSL is going to be there, and a whole lot of your favorite YouTube and Twitch content creators are going to be there, including myself and DJ Goham and Mr. CDP and Farmer Cop and the Farm Sim guy and lots of cracking creators. So yeah, I will put a link in the description below here of where to go to sign up for the UK's first farming simulator community meetup, which will be happening on the Wednesday, on the 17th at Llama. Also, as it says here, go get your tickets at llamashow.com for the show itself. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. Nice and open, this map. We're able to get over here without incident. I've got the tractor following behind me. We will get very easily up to field 91. And yeah, I think we'll chomp through that field fairly quickly. We can then come back, as I said, grab 87 and all the other ones over this way with this combine as well. That would be really good. I think it was 57 was the one that I did. That was which is where this equipment comes from. I think that's all connected up. Let's unfold the combine then and start it up. Yeah, we are raring to go. Oh, we need to start the combine threshing as well. Yeah, there we are, and into the crop. Fantastic. We are on our way. Coming up to the end of the first headland, and we are 72% full. So actually that's pretty good. I left the tractor and trailer up here because I thought, oh, the best place for me to be able to empty will just be along this top edge as I come back up here. And yeah, that is very true. We'll just empty out as we come over here. That will then complete that. I will stop here and just unload this before we continue on, and that way we will very nicely be able to get all the way around the field without any issues. We'll empty again then before we start cutting into the field. So forwards, and I want to bring my auger in, and I set up the GPS on the combine while I was down the bottom, so we're going to be going across the field in the same way as we were for that headland then, because that seems to be the way that the field has been planted. So it makes a lot of sense for us to go that way when we're actually cutting the or cutting into the main field and getting the main body of the crop. Because this is the second headland, and because we haven't got all of the headland in here, having emptied some of it, we're actually only 55% full at this point. So what I'm going to do is start my cutting at this point. We've also got some fairly thin rows here at this end of the field. It's doing a lot of shifting around trying to find this first point. Let it straighten out before we get into the crop, and forwards, and in we go. There we are. Without doing too much moving side to side, it straightens up fairly quickly as we get into this row. This is an auto leveling combine, of course, and the first time I've used it much on any kind of slope like this, and you can see how we are on the level, but our header is very much on the slant, and the combine itself is lifting up and on the slant itself a bit as well, just to keep our view of everything nice and level. It does that, and as the header goes down, you can see it readjusts itself to the ground as well. I really love that. That's such a nice feature of this bit of kit, and you can see now it's going the other way, and the header is going downhill on that side, it's uphill on that side, and if we come out, you can see the combine itself. The whole thing is sitting at a bit of an angle on the slope. I'd hoped I was going to be able to cut in again here, but that hasn't proved to be the case. I wasn't able to make it all the way through, so we'll back that out. And we'll just slot this under here at a bit of an angle. There's the top of that, so bring that in here. Yeah, and just bring that over. We're only 28% full when we pulled this under here just now. So there is a ton of space in this trailer. We should make, in fact, we should be able to get all of this field into this trailer, I think. It'll be interesting to see where we are after this full tank, and we're looking to be up to about 60%, in fact 59% in total. So we'll move this out the way, and I think we should be able to get the rest of the field into the combine, and then the rest of whatever's in the combine should fit in our trailer. As I suspected, the rest of the field has fit in the combine. So I've got a hired worker just doing the final row so that we can line ourselves up and empty it all into the trailer. Auger, I think, is coming over. Yeah, we might need to be a little bit further out though. So that will empty out there. And as soon as we tip this, we can go and complete this contract. So we'll go tip this. We'll then complete this contract and we will head over to the next one. I want to get the combine off this field. Don't know where it's going, but hired worker off. Oh, there's a tiny little bit. That's why. So let's turn this all back on. Down with our header. And we'll just grab this last little bit that's there and empty that out. Make sure that we maximize what we're getting off this contract. We'll stop our header and stop the thresher, lift it all up, fold it all in, and get the combine off the field here so that I can move on to the next one. And as soon as we are ready to go, this first contract has a very round number of liters to deliver. 33,000 liters are what we got off that field. We will tip this all here. And that is the contract complete, plus an extra 1,362. So with our completed contract here, we will collect that, 2,888. And then we want field 87, which is harvesting barley. We'll grab that as well. So we'll accept that contract. Then we can set this combine going with a hired worker. Although not at that angle. Let's back it up a little bit. Get it the right angle. Sometimes, yeah, you don't align yourself quite right. And that should be good. So going at 270 degrees. And we'll head back in the JCB and take over as soon as we get up to the field. Here we go, making it back just before the combine reaches the end. Hired worker off. Start up all of our threshing and everything again, and now we can get stuck in. And wow, I don't think we're gonna have many cuts through this. We are 30% of the way there off this first run, so I think we'll make it the whole way around the field. Whether we make it back up to this corner or whether we have to take the tractor down the other end though, I'm not so sure. We're coming up to 80% full, so I think what I probably want to do is get this lined up on this row again. We'll set the hired worker off again, so set that going, and then I can come up the side here and empty this out and keep the combine going. We're gonna get through 5 contracts today, or 6 contracts today, because we got through 5 last time. We are very much going to have to keep things moving. Oh, yeah, best to wait till the auger's out to pull the trailer underneath, otherwise it clips it like that, and that is not great. That's definitely going to put a dent in the end of it. Coming up to the end, and that should do it. We'll take control of the harvester again. I can jump in the right piece of kit. So grab that. Again, turn everything back on, because the hired... I don't like that if you dismiss a hired worker while you're in the cab, it stops the stops everything running. I'd much rather you dismiss a hired worker and everything just keeps going with you taking control of it. It's a little bit annoying that I have to restart everything. It is just the way it goes, but it would be much nicer to just keep going and not worrying about having to stop and get everything running again. We're not quite gonna get the rest of this field in this combine. So we'll get the auger out and we'll pull our tractor and trailer underneath. I'm slightly worried because we're uphill from this here. We are just clearing the top of the tractor. Oh no, we're not clearing the trailer here. Okay, now that's interesting. With the way this combine tilts, that's an issue. So we're gonna have to move the combine and get to an area where it is able to get more on it, or more height on it. So let's lift the auger, pull it forwards a little bit, and then see if we can avoid the trailer when we go back. There's no way to angle this combine to do that. So yeah, I'm going to move things around a little bit and we'll see if we can find another way to get this emptied. So I've repositioned the combine to be upslope, and okay, third time lucky. Is this actually going to fit under here? Yes, there we go. Yeah, not the ideal thing, but this is the trouble when you're doing it on a slope with a tilting combine. If you are upslope from it, you need to have a slightly lower trailer in order for it to work. As a result of the problem we had emptying the combine just now, what I'm going to do for this final row is not try and empty it this way as we're going. I'm going to get to the end of the row, turn back, and get myself uphill from JCB. Pull ourselves away from it a little bit. And yeah, so once we get to the end of the row, I can start getting the auger out now. We'll lift this up, turn everything off, go and empty it, and then we can go and tip this, knowing that we're going to have enough space, or going to have enough clearance on this side, I think. Right, and then we can go and tip this. I want to get one more field done up the top here, and then we can go and do the two fields we've got down the bottom. It is already 10 past 4 though, so I'm actually thinking we should go and do the two remaining fields we've got. First, we need to go and tip this, so let's go and do that. What do we got? So there are a couple of fields up here. We've got field 79, we've got field 84, and we've got field 85. I think, though, we probably want to go and get... Have we got... Which one is the one we got stuff leased with? I think 87 is the one that we've just done. So we've got leased on 57. So 59, the canola at the far end. That is the one. If we have time, we've got 15 round there, we've got 60 round there, and we've got 57. So yeah, I think we should go and get 59 knocked out next, and that way we'll have a good idea of where we are. I think this probably has to go down to the shop again. Nope, this only has to go down to the grain mills. So we will get this here, we'll leave this tipping, and we'll get the combine down to field 59. It is already 4:30. I don't think we can knock out two more fields. Field 57 is directly ahead. Yes, it's the field that we've got this combine for, but I think that we are probably better off at this point in the day harvesting this field with the oats in it, and then coming back and seeing if we have enough time to go and do 59 at the other end. This is not the biggest of fields, but I think we might be able to get this out as opposed to getting field 59 out, and therefore actually completing as at least 3 contracts today. Seems going for the oats here was the better choice. We are at nearly 20 past 5. We've almost got the second headland done. We are 40% complete on the field, and we're coming up to 80% full. So as soon as we get to this end of here, I'm going to set a hired worker going down the field. We'll go and get the tractor and trailer, and we'll get the combine emptied for the first time on here. We are not, by the looks of it, going to get anywhere near that canola field today, unfortunately. And of course, next time we're going to be picking up with the potatoes. I think I was being very ambitious with how many fields I thought we might be able to do today. Oh, didn't quite get to the combine in time. I thought we could get 5 done because we had a bigger combine, but of course we are doing bigger fields, so I'm not that surprised that we haven't got as much done as I maybe hoped we would. I think the rest of this field is going to fit in this combine. We are at 20%. We've probably got about another 4 rows to go. Yeah, this is going to fit in here fairly easily, and even if it doesn't fit in the combine, it's going to fit in the trailer. Yeah, we are easily going to fit the rest of this field in here. It's now 20 past 6, so a good time to finish things off. I need to make sure this combine is uphill from the tractor and trailer. So we'll lift this, get our auger out, put ourselves in an uphill position, which I think is the biggest problem with me being unable to empty. There's just a little bit of a hill at the top here, and we'll bring it round and empty it out. And that will be the last of our contracts for today. Just need to go and drop this off. And this is going to the grain mill, so just across the road, which is great. I think that's all emptied, so we'll go and drop this off and see how much we end up with today. Bring it into the tip point and tip it up. Won't take much to complete this contract. 80% complete and 100% complete, and another 1,235. And then we just need to collect. In fact, we need to collect on both these contracts. So collect and collect. We will cancel the contract we're not doing. So say goodbye to the canola contract. Cancel. There we go. Yes. And collect on the cancelled. And there we are. Completed for another day on the farm. 156,233 in the bank. We are going to pick this up tomorrow, though, and get into our vegetable harvest, starting with the potatoes. So come join us for that, because we're going to get a new piece of equipment to try and make that go a bit faster. For now, though, I'm going to leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say
thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.